I have a question for us today, a very interesting question. And the question is, how would you feel if you have artificial intelligence in politics, or if you have robots in politics, in the Nigerian system of politics? How does that sound? How would that make you feel? Well, while your thoughts are here building, someone on the other end has reported to the government and try to encourage them to make them see reasons why they should involve artificial intelligence in government. And for the reason of this study, or for the reason of our video today, you'd see who brought up the idea and who the idea is being directed to, and if it is going to be implemented or not. So stay tuned. ANT Niger News got you covered. Citizens Gavel calls for adoption of artificial intelligence in governance. Convener and executive director of a non-profit organization, the Citizens Gavel, Nelson Olanipekun, has stressed the need for more investment to ensure the introduction of artificial intelligence (AI) as a tool in governance, as well as enhancement of processes, practices, and policies. Olanipekun stated at a workshop on AI for social justice, leading citizens' freedom of expression, organized by Citizens Gavel Foundation in Abuja yesterday. He said the country has struggled over the years to integrate the use of artificial intelligence into governance and other activities. We have struggled over the years implementing digital platforms in governance. If you look at the head of service, for instance, they are just trying to digitize their platforms. Even in their terms of elections, we have had this conversation concerning electronic voting. We need to invest more to ensure that we are moving from traditional analog to digital ways, and by so doing, introducing AI as a tool, Olanipekun, he said. In a keynote address, the Chief Judge of Borno State, Justice Kashim Zana, said for Nigeria to favorably be a part with global happenings, the government at all levels must generate sufficient data. Zana said even in tackling insurgency and other security threats, artificial intelligence has proven to have the capacity to mitigate such occurrences, including the setbacks that might accompany the technology. He said, unquote, the fears are justified, but that doesn't mean we can't use AI in the justice system. It is about taking measures and ensuring that whatever drawbacks they come with are addressed and acknowledged based on the best approach and not on whimsical promises or mere talks. AI tech itself can help in mitigating some of the drawbacks of the technology. The digital device militates against the optimal use of AI. It is trying on or rather it is trying and the algorithm is trying based on data. But in Nigeria, have we generated sufficient data? So AI can be used, but you have to do the homework first. And before you do that, data is needed. So you can't ignore essentially because it is a tool. On his part, the country director of Accountability Lab Nigeria, Friday Ode, said government investment should not take place or be in financial literacy, but also in digital literacy for progress to be achieved, particularly in curbing corruption. Ode said, the huge existence gap, which includes the out of school children, simply show that the next generation will be the kids of those who do not have access to technology, talk less of building technological companies. Technology has continued to increase the revenue of advanced countries. Look at the number of out of school children. The government is still trying to tackle the issue, and which is a huge problem. So the next generation will be the kids of those who do not have access to technology. not to talk of building technological companies. So there's the need to invest more in literacy, not just in financial literacy, but also in digital literacy. Priority lies with the government. There is a budget on security, infrastructure, works, and housing, but you do not have any of those going into digital technology or even education or healthcare. But we have those platforms as done in advanced countries. If you remember, the EFCC chairman did mention that as much as 2.9 trillion naira has been lost to corruption through the award of contracts and orders. ICPC, on the other hand, says about 60% of our resources are lost in contraction and procurement, he said. Now, it is a very, very simple motive. The motive is investing in technology, investing in digital assets. In other words, you are talking of AIs, cryptocurrencies, um, digitalized items or digitized items and resources as well. Now, there's a lot and there's very far this topic can go, but you should know that during the previous election, when we tried using a digital asset in running of the election, we could see how it went. At some point, it was actually dumped. So, do you think the country is ready to adopt the use of AI in governance, sequel to what has transpired to this point in time? What is your view? And let us hear it.
Audio Jungle.